meeting with his national security team today after U.S. strikes on Iranian nuclear facilities over the weekend. Iran's army commander warns a, quote, strong response is in the works. Now, some demonstrators in Tehran are demanding their country respond, while Iranian leaders say they're skeptical about how diplomacy could work. President Donald Trump says he wants Iran to stand down and make peace with Israel. Otherwise, he's floating a regime change. The War Powers Act allows military force for 60 days, but only Congress can declare war. Damage assessments are still underway for the 3 bombed nuclear facilities. And new this morning, Iran's underground enrichment site at Fordo was hit again overnight. The Israeli military confirmed that it hit roads around that facility to obstruct access to the site. They say they've also hit other Iranian government targets in Tehran. They say it includes the Evin Prison and the security headquarters of the Parliamentary Revolutionary Guard. This comes after Iran fired a salvo of missiles and drones at Israel and warned the U.S. that its military now has a free hand to attack American targets. Well, Senator Tim Kaine spoke on CBS's Face the Nation, and when asked if he thought Congress being told about the strikes after the fact was sufficient, Senator Kaine said that Congress should have been notified and consulted beforehand. Here's what he had to say.
Well, the vice president was on another network earlier this morning and said, we are not at war with Iran. We are at war with Iran's nuclear program. There seems to be a lot of legal parsing on the definition of the word war here. What do you make of that description?
I think it's BS, and I think anybody hearing it would conclude the same thing. When you're bombing another nation, ask them if they think it's war. They do. Would we think it was war if Iran bombed a U.S. nuclear facility? Of course we would. And the U.S., you know, we've invaded 2 neighbors of Iran, Afghanistan and Iraq, to topple their regimes since 2000. Those were wars. Mm-hmm. This is the U.S. jumping into a war of choice at Donald Trump's urging, without any compelling national security interest for the United States to act in this way, particularly without a debate and vote in Congress. We should not be sending troops and risking troops' lives in an offensive war without a debate in Congress.
And Congresswoman Jen Kiggans made a post on X saying, and quote, we cannot under any circumstances tolerate a nuclear Iran. And President Trump's decisive action to bomb 3 Iranian nuclear sites ensures that. She goes on to say, I support this decision and couldn't be prouder of our American armed forces. Now, on the